Tiananmen Square by troops from the west of Peking last night was typical of everything that has followed since then, and completely contradicts the Chinese government's claim that its target is a handful of hooligans, criminals, and counter-revolutionaries. As the army units approached the center of the city, they were firing into side streets, killing and injuring scores of incomprehending and unarmed men, women, and children. In a few minutes, a city that had been entirely peaceful was being turned not into a battle zone, but a killing ground. When the first armored vehicles approached Tiananmen Square, people suddenly realized the security forces' deadly intent. It was only then, in fear and anger, that the crowd began to resist, hurling any object they could find at the military hardware, and making makeshift and totally inadequate barricades. Eventually, one armored vehicle did by chance get caught up in the iron and concrete obstacles. Hatred of the government and a blend of fury and terror were then translated into a dreadful vengeance exacted on one of the tank's crew as the crowd beat him to death. The authorities have reported that several other troops were killed in such incidents and 1,000 injured. But if these figures are true, all our evidence suggests this has been only a response by the people of Peking to the extraordinary and murderous onslaught that's been launched on them. Firing around the square and in the distance to the south continued during the night. At dawn, more armored vehicles were moving into Tiananmen Square. Then we could just make out the rubble of the Statue of Democracy erected by idealistic art students last Tuesday, now destroyed by the hardline forces who have gained the upper hand in China's power struggle. At 8 a.m., there were thousands of people in the Avenue of Everlasting Peace, some newly arrived to see what was going on in the square. The burning buses expressed the feelings of those who had witnessed the worst of the night's violence. 2 hours later, the situation appeared to have stabilized. A crowd of 1,000 or more civilians facing a line of troops several deep about 200 yards from them at the northeast entrance to the square. As I walked towards that point, accompanied by others, taking what seemed like a leisurely Sunday morning cycle ride or stroll, the troops, without warning, opened up again with a burst of rifle fire lasting a minute or more. We fled down the wide avenue that offered virtually no effective cover. One man, felled by a bullet, was carried past me into a nearby building. The luckier injured were put in ambulances whose crews showed exceptional courage. As troops up again in our direction half an hour later, this time with bursts of automatic fire. The injured and dying were loaded onto cycle trailers to be ferried to a hospital half a mile away. These scenes were to be repeated for much of the day, as the numbers of dead and wounded vastly outnumbered the ambulances available. While many had been shot, others had been beaten, clubbed or stoned by troops, making forays into the crowd. And as the day progressed, it became clear there had been similar carnage on an equal or greater scale in other areas of the city.
He asked. I said no. Why? It feels so soft and glossy. So I revealed my secret. It's all thanks to Anagon's Valeria, an amazingly conditioned design specialist for burnt hair. How does it work, he asked. Anagon is incredible, I told him. My hair's so soft, and yet my fur looks like new. That makes sense. I replied, you're the lucky